What is up, guys? Happy 2020. Well, I'm here to. Well, let me just go straight to the point. I'm here to give my thoughts on the Rise of Skywalker. All right, so to those who haven't watched this film, if you don't want anything spoiled for you guys, well, you better do your best to stray away from this video right now. Avoid it at all costs because I will be spoiling a lot of shit. Especially very, very important ones like I'll go into that later on. So you've been warned, and let me just go to my thoughts about this film. Now, I would think that this film is, I think it's an okay closure to this trilogy. It does fix a lot of problems The Last Jedi created. A lot of the shit, a lot of disappointment. Many people didn't like about The Last Jedi. This film, it does fix a number of these problems, which I think that is good. And it's also great that they did like a lot of fan service, like bring Palpatine back into the movie, linking him with Rey, and also linking him with Snoke, and also mentioning that Princess Leia did have a lightsaber. Princess Leia did train to be a Jedi, and I really really like that. That was really really cool. And also like they use the idea of Sith holocrons as the only tools that can bring anyone to find the Emperor himself, which I thought was really really nice. And also like today's CGI in the movies, the super great CGI being used for to show how powerful Palpatine is. I think really bravo there. Yeah, it was really really good. But here, okay, despite having all these things, there was also a lot of things that about this movie which I didn't like at all. To summarize it, it is basically that they put in a lot of shit in this film, but without explaining enough of why do these things happen in the film. Things like Kylo Ren is being redeemed just by Princess Leia force calling him, force WhatsApp calling him, by his actual name Ben, and telling him to come home, and suddenly the antagonist of the first two Star Wars movies of this trilogy suddenly turns back into Ben Solo, just because Princess Leia just called him to come home. His mother just called him to come home. And also like Snoke, Palpatine said that he created Snoke, but he didn't specify if Snoke was like a clone of him, or did Palpatine created Snoke using someone else's DNA, or whether or not Snoke had his own subconscious, and it's not totally a puppet from Palpatine. Things like that, yeah. And also Rey's parents, like, because they talk about Rey being Palpatine's granddaughter, but they don't talk much about her parents, which I think is really really weird. It's kind of weird, yeah, really. So when these things happen, you can't really be invested in the film because you can't even believe what is happening in this film. And I think it's really really bad, because you have all these cool ideas, but you don't do a good job explaining to the viewers, to the audience, about these kind of things that's happening in the film. I think it's really really not good. Yeah, I think, yeah. And also the starting scene of Kylo Ren killing all those aliens. He's going like really slow mo, right after 20 minutes of advertisements and commercials. Not cool, man. Not cool. It's kind of annoying. Just show him, at normal speed, slashing and impaling those aliens. It would have been so much cooler, really. Yeah. So these were just some of the problems. A number of problems about this film. Yeah, not every Star Wars film makes sense. There are I mean, every single Star Wars movie, there will be parts that are just plain dumb. But for this film, you can spot a lot of things that didn't really make sense about about the Rise of Skywalker, in my opinion. But overall, I think that this film was fairly good. It had a good closure, with Rey changing her name from Rey Palpatine, to adopting Skywalker. So now she's Skywalker. So it's really really cool. And also things like bringing back Lando Calrissian, giving him a good part, uh, making him really involved in this film. Yeah, it's good. It's good. And also with the new force powers like force interdimensional traveling, um, force healing. They're trying to incorporate some of those force powers from the games into this movie, which I think is cool. I think it's cool. Yeah, so those were the parts that I liked about this film. Uh, if I were to give anything else about this film, well, I would say that, well, if they're going to make like a few more movies soon, hopefully soon, well, they could probably fix all these things that, all the problems that I mentioned earlier, um, about 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 this Star Wars movie. All right, so I think that's it. Thank you guys for listening to what I have to say about Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Hopefully, you guys will go in, have a better opinion than mine. Um, you know, enjoy it more. Hopefully, yeah. Well, that's it, and bye bye.